Hey guys, Brandy Estes here, and I'm going to do a quick video to go over all the exciting news from Seattle Bootcamp and just fill y'all in on what I learned. I took a bunch of notes so that I could bring it back to y'all, and this was the last bootcamp of the year. So all we have now is Dash, and then we have conference coming up in January 16th through the 19th, and they started out bootcamp giving us a little bit of information. They did announce that that conference is going to be in Tampa, Florida. Tickets are on sale right now for early bird pricing. You can get the tickets online by going to your website, go to myitworksevents.com. On there should be a link to purchase your hotel room. So if you want to click on that site, get your hotel room reserved. We are staying at the Embassy Suites, which is 0.3 miles from where they're going to have the convention at. And right now they're doing the early bird special. It's actually $100 off. And just to give you an idea of what happened at Seattle, as y'all know, that this past week was Itworks Gives Back, and we had the green bracelets. Mine's in the bedroom right now. But we did the green bracelets, Itworks Gives Back, and there was a $5 donation, a minimum of $5 donation set up for those bracelets in order to give to, I want to make sure that I don't say the wrong, hold on just a second, I want to make sure that I say the right one, to the Children's Cup for Kids in Africa. And what that $5 does is that $5 was a donation, and $5 will feed 2 kids in Africa for a whole week. Actually, for a whole month. Yeah, for a whole month. And we were able to raise $50,000 in the first few hours of doing that. And the bracelets, I believe they sold out, but you're able to purchase those online through our website and make a donation, and Mark Pentecost matched whatever we raised. So his goal for this next 10 days is to get another, I don't remember the exact amount, they want 10,000 people at conference. They want to sell at least 10,000 tickets, and that 10,000 tickets, and he divided it up by 5 to say how many children that would continue to feed. So that's our goal, and then he is going to add to that, so he's going to match that amount. So really exciting news, and it's a way for Itworks to give back. And the way that Mark and the other leaders announced it to us was pretty awesome. They said, you know, the next devastation that we have, the next tragedy that we have, whether it's a flood or tornadoes or whatever the case is, for Itworks, how powerful would it be for Itworks to show up in their green and bling and send waters, or just whatever it takes to give back. So this is going to be a really powerful thing for us across the globe. So to be able to participate in that was pretty awesome. I want to get into a little bit more. I told you about the early bird special. Now for the next 10 days it's going to be $10 or $100 off. So it's going to go back to $279. Now they're going to do a payment plan. So if that's something that you can't afford right now, go ahead and get it started. They'll allow you to do a 3-month payment plan to get those tickets paid off. And like I said, $5 per ticket is going to go towards the Children's Cup for Kids in Africa. And also, I told y'all we're in Embassy Suites. That's where we booked our reservation. And Embassy Suites is 0.3 miles from the location, so it's going to be really, really close. Okay, I'm going to go over a few notes that I took, things that just really stuck out in my head that we need to go over, because some of the things, I mean, I go to these boot camps, and every time I learn something new. So that's the powerful thing about these boot camps. You never know what's going to strike you the wrong way, something that you didn't catch before. So setting expectations for your team. So this month, if you have people that maybe they lack direction, or they just got started and they fell off the wagon, or whatever the case is, I want you to call them up, and I want you to tell them what your expectations for your team is. That you have a goal for this month, and here's the deal: don't let your team down. You know, you're a part of a team, and your promotion is helping someone else's promotion that's helping someone else's promotion that's helping someone else's promotion. And you're a part of a team. So you have a commitment to your team. You know, everybody wants to help people on their team. So it's just getting the word out. Like, what are your expectations? Whether it's your 4 loyal customers in the first 30 days so that your people can get their 120 and free product. Let them know, hey, guys, you're not Fast Start qualified. You're not going to be able to make the Fast Start pay off every distributor that we get signed up. What are your expectations? If your expectations are for them to reach to Ruby this month, whatever you want for them, I want you to reach out to them and just tell them that you're here to help them along with their journey and what's it going to take to reach that. So setting expectations was one thing. I had a bunch of phone calls and texts last month, and guys, I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody. I'm just saying I got this a lot last month about Ruby. Now, you made Ruby for the first time, and then I got the phone calls, well, my check did not reflect $5.99. So don't advertise that if you make Ruby, you make $5.99. These are low averages, yes, but if you're placing to make Ruby, you're not going to be paid out at what a Ruby should make, okay, if you're just placing volume. So keep that in mind. Your next month, when your organization grows a little bit and all these people start to do what you've expected of them, which is to get the 4 loyal customers, you will be at the true Ruby pay, which should put you close to $5.99 or possibly more. Now, that $5.99 does include your Fast Start. So, you know, you got to look at it. You got to look at it like you're getting what you're putting in. So if you put in and boosted 3 of your 5 boxes to get your Ruby, then your check's going to reflect that. So our goal is to get everybody with their 4 loyals in the first 30 days. If they don't get the 4 loyals in the first 30 days, definitely want to push for those 2 loyals because that's what gets you fast started and commission qualified. So really impress that upon your team. Compression is something that they went over. They get a lot of emails with corporate saying, you know, so-and-so wants out, and when do I get her wills? When do they compress up to me? When do her DTs? It doesn't work that way, guys. If Jan is in your top level and she signs up John, and John has a rock star under him, okay, but Jan decides to turn off her auto ship, it compresses up for the month that she turned off. This person, John, would go up, and then his rock star would go up another level. However, genealogy does not move. So this person is still right here. John is still right here. Now, for the pay, when it comes time for commissions, it will reflect that John was up here, but it's not going to move in your genealogy. So y'all, some of y'all are getting confused on that. You will just be paid on a different level. John would compress up to where her spot was. I forgot what her name was, Jan or Jill. It would compress up to her spot, and then you would be paid on John as first level. However, if Jan decides to turn her auto ship back on for the following month, okay, John goes back to his spot, and he isn't compressed up because her auto ship ran, okay? So keep that in mind. Emerald bonus, and I'm not for sure if y'all are aware of it, but a lot of you are getting emerald bonus. You have to have 6 levels in order to get that emerald bonus. So you have to have 6 levels, okay? So if you're at 5, you're not being paid on your emerald yet. And that's just an added on bonus. So that, and it goes over it in your compensation plan. Diamond bonus. Now, I wasn't aware of this, or maybe I was, but I just don't remember. Diamond bonus, you must be a diamond to have people coded to you at diamond to be paid on the diamond bonus. So if that just confused you, let's say Casey signed up Elaine, and Casey was diamond for the first few months, and then let's say she missed diamond by a hair this past month, and she dropped down to emerald. And Elaine is a diamond directly coded to her because she signed Elaine up, and that's Casey's Elaine's sponsor. Elaine going diamond, if Casey is not diamond, Casey will not get the diamond coding bonus, which is a 9% increase on her. So she would not get that. So keep that in mind. Your goal when you reach diamond, you know, is also to help create other diamonds, but you're not going to get that coding bonus if you're not ranked at least diamond level. So I'm going to go to the next page. Social media was a huge thing. They're using now utilizing YouTube and Pinterest. And, we have an Instagram now with Itworks Global. And those are all things that are, they're posting stuff on there to help us. It's like a third party. They're there to help build our business. So if you're not plugged into the Instagram for Itworks Global, be sure to check that out. It's on my Instagram. If you don't have me on Instagram, please add me. Mark's on Instagram too. It's Big Daddy, or I don't know, something like that. But add us on there, because you're going to see how people are advertising through Instagram. Use your community on Facebook for recognition. This is very important, guys. You have Facebook, utilize Facebook. I don't care if you have one person on your team. You're a leader now. So tagging your people in pictures at wrap parties, going to events, tagging your people, just motivating them, keeping them motivated. And recognition, let's say you just signed up and you've got a new DT, and guess what? You had a launch party with her last week and she got those 4 loyals, or even if she got 2 loyals. Recognize her on that group page. Recognize her on her own Facebook. We want to use this to encourage others. And you'll see me, I'm busy a lot of the time, but just taking that extra minute to post something on someone's page, just saying, an extra word of encouragement, I believe in you, and it really helps motivate your team. Stephanie did that with me, and that's what pushed me to the top, was just, she called me a rock star. And I was just so like, oh, I want it so bad. And that's what pushed me over. You don't realize that you're in a leadership role now, and you have the same effect on other people. So we all started out as a distributor. Even if you have one loyal, even if you have one distributor, you need to start recognizing them. So add your team to your community. Use the group pages from your upline as a third-party way to help you. So you are all on my team. You're all on my husband's team. So adding your team to my group page is, you're adding them into a third party to where now we can help encourage them also. So take that into consideration. This isn't about, adding them to me, to my page, to where, I'm the only one recognizing them. You're going to do the same exact thing, but when a third party gets involved, where, more than 2 people come together, it's more powerful. So, and then also, Stephanie and Joel Dunn, they have the Skinny Wrap page, Skinny Wrap Facts. They're our upline, they're our ambassador upline, and they post things that are different from what I post every day. So, and they can offer a word of encouragement. So, get your team plugged in. We don't want to overload them. And guys, this is a huge thing. If you're not diamond, you should not, this is my own opinion, but this is passed down from my upline and Cammie Dempsey. If you're not a diamond, I do not recommend you starting your own group page, because what happens is people get overloaded. I can't tell you how many pages I'm added to daily by people that are just getting in and they're Ruby, and that's great. And some of you have rocked from Ruby straight to Diamond, and that's great. However, we have words of advice to offer your team. And if you'll just put them through to our group pages, then once you rank Diamond, create that group page for your team. I'm not saying, for those of you that have group pages, you shouldn't. I'm just saying that the way that it's been passed down from Cammie and on to Stephanie and down to me, don't overload your people, because sometimes there's things that you might not know the answer to that might get posted on that page, and people just answer the way they think, and then people are carrying that out to their team. And so just utilize the pages that are already set in place. Once you rank to Diamond, then yes, go ahead and create your own page and start pulling from our pages for your page. But just utilize what's already there. We're not reinventing the wheel, guys. I mean, this is already set in place, and it's working. So plug your teams into that. This is going to be this group page. There's several group pages that I have. The Itworks downline, the Double D project, and then I have a Texas Diamond Leader page. And then once you go Diamond, you're added to other pages that are secret pages from corporate. And here's the deal. These pages are a place for new DTs to have a home and to help develop your teams. So this is not a place to come and argue with people or compete with people, or I'm right, you're wrong. And I'm seeing a lot of that. I feel like my pages run pretty smoothly now, but in the beginning, we had some of that, and a lot of people got deleted. And the reason for that is we want this to be a safe place, guys. We want this to be a place people can come for encouragement. I don't want anybody to feel like they've been in a week and then posting to me, this is a stupid question, but it's never a stupid question. We were all beginners. We all started out asking the same questions. And I never want someone to feel like they're stupid for asking something. And I never want this to feel like a competition. You know, we don't compete with one another. We complete one another. And that's one thing that I love about the Itworks way, you know. So we want to reflect that on our group pages. So make sure that if you are on a group page, you know, you're always uplifting someone else, you know, sending out good vibes, because that's what we want our page to reflect. Developing your team and being consistent, managing your page, and be proud of them. You know, pop in every now and again. You know, I'm not so active on my group pages. Now, through the week, I'm a lot more active than I am on the weekends. But I don't sit in front of the computer all day, every day, and just respond. You know, my page pretty much runs itself. But I do, you will see me on my page. It's not something that I just pop in once a week on. So, take part in the page, you know, participate in the page, interact with your team. We're helping people develop, and I'm still developing. So, you know, I get things from our page every day. Being consistent is a big thing. You know, I can't tell you how many times in the last month I've got on somebody's page, or somebody did a snapshot and sent it to me of some of you guys' pages. Just some of you. Do I think that people are watching you? Absolutely yes, because people are watching me. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, because there's been some times where I've had some bad moments, and those moments have reflected on my Facebook, okay? Do I think people are watching? Yes, absolutely. And do I think it hurts my business when I've posted something and reacting to someone possibly in a negative way? Yes, it does. And I've looked at some of you guys' pages in the last few weeks, and I'm noticing that, you know, you're cursing. You know, I'm not perfect, and I curse too. But you're not going to see me putting baby mama drama on my Facebook page, and then an hour from now, hey guys, join my team. You know, I helped 5 people promote to Diamond this month. Come join my team. And then in the next sentence, talk about how, you know, I hate my neighbor, and, you know, just all these. And I mean, it's funny. If I could show you some of the pictures that I get from some people's Facebook. So you're wearing a brand. This My Itworks brand right here. I am promoting my business, and people are all across the globe are on your Facebook. You know, nothing on Facebook is secret. You're sharing it with the world. So what are you sharing? So being consistent about, you know, being positive on your post, what this company is doing for you. If it does not bring in the 3 R's, revenue, retention, and recognition, then you should not post it, okay? You got in a fight with your baby daddy, and he's a piece of, because he doesn't pay child support. Okay, I understand you're upset, but it's not a good idea to post whenever you're mad, you know, whenever you're sad, angry. You know, my sister just passed away, and there are times when I post and I reflect my emotions on Facebook, you know, about dealing with that. And I could choose every day to be negative and post the bad, but I do know through my experience, I've got a lot of positive feedback from, you know, people reaching out, you know, hey, you know, I feel bad for you, I'm praying for you, and all that. But I never want to come across as that Debbie Downer every day. I try to stay positive, and nobody's perfect, guys. I mean, Kami Dempsey was on stage, and she's like, you know, I know everybody thinks my life's perfect, because that's the way Facebook makes it appear. But life happens, guys, and that's okay. And we all have struggles, but don't post it on Facebook, you know. We want to pull in people, not push them away, okay? So keep those 3 R's in mind. And if you look over your team's page, you know, look at their pages and say, hey, you know, I really love what you're doing, but maybe that post probably wasn't going to bring in the 3 R's. Maybe that's going to push some people away and kind of repel them. And do it in a nice way. There's always some things you can throw out here and there. You know, if it's one of my best friends, I'll be like, hey, you know, I know you went out the other night and you got to drinking, and you posted some stuff on Facebook that you probably regretted later, but hey, you know, you're getting ready to post this post about Itworks, and it's probably not a good idea to have those, you know, on top of each other. So keep that in mind. We're creating a brand. We want to protect that brand. We want to protect this Itworks brand, okay, because it doesn't just reflect on you guys. I had a conversation with somebody at conference this weekend of someone that was upset, and this was another leader that came to another leader, and I was just listening in on the conversation, and very disappointed to hear what I heard. It does. sometimes the things that we take part in not only play a role in what we've got going on, but it affects our upline, and our upline's upline, and our upline's upline. So we're always wearing this brand. We should always act the Itworks way, okay? And let's see, don't post anything when you're mad, when you're sad, when you're bad, any of those, if they don't bring in the 3 R's. You can also plan your post in advance. So there's a way to get on, to create a Facebook group page, or I'm sorry, a business page. There's a way to do that, and then you can select your post for a whole entire month in advance, to where it's a certain time that it hits. I recommend doing that. I've seen that Joel does that, and it works great. He plans his stuff out in a month, so good stuff there. Do a video. Title and subject your story with Itworks. Okay, put in the title and the subject Itworks. And if you haven't looked at our journey on here, we have one called Our Story, and it's me talking about, you know, what this business has done for us. I don't care if it's 5 minutes. I don't care if it's 1 minute, guys. It's going to touch somebody. Somebody's going to need to hear it, and I promise you, you're going to get contacts after that from people saying, you know what, I've been watching what you're doing, and I really want to try that. They talked about the do's and the don'ts. Okay, the do engage with your team on Facebook. Okay, whether it's lifting them up, encouraging words. Don't post when you're mad and upset and baby mama drama. Do enjoy your income and your lifestyle. Share what this is doing for you and your family. You know, mentally, physically. You know, your wealth, your health. I mean, there's a lot of touching stories out there that people need to hear. Don't talk about the income that you make. Don't say, oh, I make $10,000 a month. But we do want to encourage you to enjoy your income and your lifestyle. And you can promote that on Facebook, and people are watching. They also went over the hashtag for Itworks Reality. So anything you're doing, make sure you use the correct hashtag. It's not a sentence. Okay, it's not, I went to the store today and bought groceries, thanks Itworks. It's just a short version of a hashtag. Itworks Reality. So if you have something that you want to share with others and you want it to go into the Itworks file through Itworks, where that's a big deal going on right now, then hashtag Itworks Reality, okay, on Facebook, and that will go into the pile with all the Itworks pictures. What are you stretching for? You know, at one of the first boot camps, Dallas, they gave a stretch bracelet out, okay, and Mark told us to stretch. So I want to ask you guys, what are you stretching for? Okay, this goes back to your why. Are you stretching for a house? You know, are you reaching up to try to get that house that you're wanting? What about paying off a house? Maybe a trip, a family trip. What about being home with the kids? You know, a lot of you, that's your ultimate goal. Ask yourself, how are you living right now? Do you like what you're doing right now? Do you like the job that you're in? Do you like not spending time with the kids? No, you don't. So putting that reason in front of you every day and stretching towards it, you know, you're not going to be able to reach up and grab it overnight. It's going to take some stretching. And if you're not happy where you are right now, you need to be clear on what you're stretching for. So that's why I recommend doing a dream board, guys. I have one, and it helps. It helps you keep that, what you're stretching for in mind. It's a focus. You've got it in front of you every day. We want to put people in their dreams. So when we're talking to them, and you're at a party and you're trying to get some people signed up, and what would help you? What's your number? Well, my number, $500 a month, would really change my life. Okay, well, how would it change your life? Well, it would buy me a car. And right now, I don't have a good car to travel to and from work, take my kids back and forth to school, and that would just really help. Okay, well, what does that car look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? How fast are you going to drive that car? What color is it going to be? Where's the kids going to sit? You want to put them in that dream, because that's the problem. We don't dream anymore. We go through life and we're told we got to do X, Y, and Z to get somewhere. We go to school, rack up these student loans, and we don't dream anymore, guys. What's the first thing that people say? Oh, yeah, when you tell them about Itworks and that you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that makes this amount of money in the business. They're like, yeah, right. It's too much for us to believe, and so we want to put people inside their dreams. So you want to, when you're talking to people on your team and you're asking them what are their goals, what's their why, put them in their dreams. They say, I want to be at home with the kids. What are you going to do with the kids when you're at home with them? Well, I'm going to cook them breakfast every day. Man, I'm going to tuck them in at night. I'm going to say prayers with my kids instead of, rushing off early in the morning and not seeing them and getting home before it's too late. They're already in bed and eating dinner by myself. And, put them in their dream. What's your passion? It needs to bring tears to your eyes. Cammie Dempsey got up and talked, and she talked about her passion. And sometimes we find passions that we didn't know we had. I'm an encourager, but you might not know that back in the day, I had very low self-esteem. And that's something that was shared. You never know. The people that we see on stage at boot camp, they look beautiful. They feel great. They send off this vibe. It's contagious. You want to be around them, but you don't realize what they've been through, what their story is. And sometimes we're dealing with people that have low self-esteem, and being able to lend them that extra bit of encouragement, that confidence that they need. That's what we're here for, guys. We're giving them some confidence in their self. We're lending it to them for a while until they get their own. So it's amazing to be on this journey and witness some people that just probably didn't have the confidence that are just soaring through the roof now. Just at the boot camp this weekend, we have people on our team that, I'm just amazed. They're coming out of their shell. They're blitzing. I'm hearing stories left and right. People coming up to me just telling me, oh my gosh, I sold my first rap. Or, oh my gosh, I just blitzed somebody. I've never done that before. People are coming out of their shell like crazy. You know why? Because you believe in them and you're encouraging them. So keep that in mind, guys. Sometimes we find passions through doing this that we didn't know we had. And you might be an encourager to somebody. You never realized that before. You might not have felt that you had the confidence, but you're able to lend the confidence to somebody else to help them with their journey. So keep that in mind. Put people in their dreams. And how many people can we share this with? This is a gift, guys. How many people have you shared this with? Mark got up and he said, well, people said this all the time, and people on my team said this. I've talked to everybody. I've talked to absolutely everybody, and there's just nobody wants in. I don't know what else to do. And then you say, okay, well, who'd you talk to? And they say, well, I talked to my neighbor. Okay, your neighbor said no. Go find another neighbor, and another neighbor, and another neighbor. So, at the very end of it, Mark, I'm going to skip over this part and go to what Mark said. At the very end, it was the I quit letter. And it was a letter that Mark said he keeps waiting for somebody to come across and send him this letter. Okay? Guys, just envision this. Mark putting this big letter, and it says addressed to, Mark Pentecost from the quitter. And he said, I just envisioned getting this letter and saying, updates, the system updates, it's just too much for me to handle. I've got people trying to log in, and the website's just messed up right now, and people are getting frustrated and they're mad, and they don't want in now. So I just lost a loyal or potential, and you know what, this isn't for me. I really think the system should be better than this. Y'all have had a few days to get all the quirks out, and it's not done, and I want to quit. Second one, he said, shipping issues. I got my product in the mail and my label was upside down. I think that, your department should handle this better, and at least if I'm going to get my shipment in, that the label can be the right way. I think I'm going to quit. This is a popular one right here, guys, so listen to this one. I don't like my upline. I think I'd rather switch to that upline over there because she's promising the world. She's making big things happen, but my upline, we just don't get along, and she's not helping me like I want. I think I could do better if I could go over there. And since I can't go over there, you know what? I think I'm going to quit. How many times do we hear this kind of stuff, guys? I hear it all the time. And it's crazy to think that you work so hard to get where you're at. We're going to have bumps in the road. Every business does. We're in the middle of our third software migration right now. The third one in Itworks history. Okay, guys? Every time we've done this, we've pulled through it with flying colors. But what you don't realize is this upgrade to our system is going to change everyone's business to take it to a whole nother level. And if you're not seeing the positive points on that on the website yet, you're missing out. You're not looking in the right places, because it is going to be amazing. It already is amazing. It's going to take a little while to get the quirks out. Chris Burns described it, and I loved his analogy of this. Look at the software upgrade as labor. And this was his analogy. We're pregnant for 9 months. Okay, guys, this is something we've been working on for the last 9 months to try out. Okay, the time came. We went into labor. Didn't know how long we were going to be in labor. Okay, you can't determine that. And we had a baby. Now the baby's here. We can't give it back, but we can grow to love the baby. So if you look at it like this, we went through the 9 months to get to here. We talked about it for the last 9 months, guys. This is going to be better for our business. It's going to, there's so many things we can do now that we weren't able to do before. This is going to make things so much better. But it's going to take a little while to get the quirks out. Okay, we're giving it like 2-week time frame to get the quirks out. I just had people hit diamond today in the system. Okay, that were diamond for the end of the month. So it's going to take a little bit. Okay, I've got message after message. I didn't know the answer. We're all in the same boat, guys. But just rest assured that our company has amazing leaders that lead this company and this business with integrity. We would not let somebody miss out on something, okay? Just takes a little bit to get all the system correct, and then it'll be smooth sailing from there. So I appreciate all you guys staying positive. I really do. I've been through the back order situation before, and I know we lost some people out of it, but you got to look at it. In the long run, this is gonna soar our business. I mean, I'm telling you, the things, and I've posted some of the upgrades. They're amazing. If you don't know what your new eSuites and your site can do, get on there and watch that training video. So I appreciate all you guys trying to stay positive, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I know that there's going to be a big announcement at Dash, and Dash is next month. As soon as I find out that information, I'll be plugging it into you guys to let y'all know. But it's something Mark is going to announce that's never been done in Itworks history. So I don't know what it is, but I am super pumped about it. I'm super pumped about conference, guys, and we are saying no one gets left behind. So do whatever it takes to get at least 3 to 4 people on your team. I'm asking and challenging everyone to try to get at least 4 people on your team to conference this year, whatever it takes. Guys, we have the payment plan, okay? 3-month payment plan. All that takes is going and doing a wrap party, 1 wrap party per month with 3 people, okay, to get you the money that you need to get to conference. That's easy. To just dedicate, sacrifice now for greater gain later. And that's what we're all doing here. We're investing in ourselves. This is not, if you look at this, and this is something that I went over at Bootcamp, every phone call you make, every DT you go blitzing with, everything that you're doing right now, every boot camp you attend, every conference you attend, every conference call that you're on, you're investing back in yourself and in your team. So try to get at least 4 people motivated to get their conference ticket. We want to get in on the next 10 days, guys. It's about to be payday. So really no excuses, okay? I know every one of you can go out and do 3 parties over the next 3 months and get that money coming in to get to conference. It will change your life. It will change your business forever and ever. Promise you. Me and Mark went last year, and that was what did it for Mark. And that's when he switched from being a skeptic to a believer. So this is powerful stuff, guys. I'm so excited. I tried to do a video the other night because I was so pumped up. And y'all, I'm sure that y'all saw the Joel Dunn video where I was squishing his head. We had a lot of fun that night. But there was just a lot of information I wanted to touch on and make sure that I got it across to y'all. So I appreciate all of you being on this call. And if you have questions or anything, please let me know. I'm so pumped to see you guys in January. Whenever I get to Dash, it's going to be some leadership training. So I will have some information to bring back to you. I'm really excited to see how many of our team we can get in January to conference. It's going to blow last year out of the water. So don't forget your tickets. Don't forget to get at least 4 people from your team plugged in, guys. We want to have a huge team there. Anybody that promotes from now to then will be recognized, okay? Whether it's you going diamond for the first time, whether it's you going double diamond, triple, presidential, ambassador. I know we got a lot of ambassadors on our team. A lot of you are going to be up on stage getting that ambassador trophy. It's just a matter of time. And I met some of those this weekend at boot camp, and I'm super pumped for all of you. And we love you guys. We appreciate all of you, and let's make this a great month. All right. Bye-bye.